Good morning, students. In the previous video we have discussed about enthalpy of combustion. So based on that enthalpy of combustion we are going to solve one of the numerical. You see that here the combustion of one of the important question in the board point of view as well as in the competitive examination also. This one very important model. Everybody listen carefully. The combustion of 1 mole of benzene takes place at 298 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere. After combustion, CO2 and H2O are produced and 3267 kilojoule of heat is liberated. Calculate the standard enthalpy of formation delta H naught F of benzene. Standard enthalpies of formation of CO2 and H2O are, they have given the values minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole and minus 285.83 kilojoule per mole respectively. So what is the first given data and what we have to calculate? First we will see that, students. Let us take now combustion of 1 mole of benzene produced how much heat? 3267 kilojoule of heat is liberated. Liberated meaning is what? Negative sign, right? See that 1 mole of benzene I have taken on combustion. Combustion means reacting with the oxygen and it liberates CO2 gas as well as H2O liquid, right? Yes. After balancing the equation, I have got like this. Okay. So enthalpy of combustion of 1 mole of benzene releases how much amount of heat? 3267 kilojoule per mole. Liberating symbol is negative, right? Negative symbol I have taken. I hope everybody understood how I have taken this equation from this sentence, right? And then calculate the standard enthalpy of formation of benzene, right? That we will see. First given data you see that the standard enthalpies of formation of CO2 and H2O. Values also given. Formation of any compound, 1 mole of compound from its constituent elements from the standard states, right? Standard states also we have to mention very clearly. Then only we can say enthalpy of formation. Or else we should not say enthalpy of formation, already we have discussed. So standard enthalpy of formation of CO2 and H2O they have given means that CO2 H2O formation we have to take from its constituent elements in the standard states, right? What is the standard state of carbon means? Graphite, solid substance. O2, carbon combines with O2 and it produces carbon dioxide. For this formation of 1 mole of CO2, how much amount of heat is liberated? Minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole. Already given. That I have taken as equation number 2. This is I have taken as equation number 1. In the similar manner, H2O formation from its constituent elements I have taken. This formation is how much they have given? Minus 285.83 kilojoule per mole, students, right? Now the question is what? Calculate the standard enthalpy of formation of benzene. Benzene formula is C6H6. What are the elements are present in it? Carbon and hydrogen, right? So carbon elementary form, hydrogen elementary form you take. The most common physical state of carbon and hydrogen also we have to take. The most common allotropic form of carbon is graphite here. So that standard state we have taken the bracket. Hydrogen gaseous state and formation of 1 mole of C6H6. According to this product, you should balance the reactants also. So 6 carbons are there, 6 carbon I have taken, 6 hydrogens, 3 2s are 6. So it was balanced now. Now enthalpy, standard enthalpy of formation delta H naught F they are asking. How do we calculate this value, sir? By using this data. See, something we have to do, equation number 1, 2, 3 to get this equation. What to do? That means what? We have to sum all these 3 or else any 2 equations we have to sum and that result we have to subtract from other equation. In which manner we have to do to get this? We have to think. Equation number 1, 2, 3. So after identifying all these, I have got this. If you do like this, we will get this one. Why? Because see that in this equation we are going to find out. You have to observe very clearly that here carbons, how many moles are there? 6 moles. That too, it should be in the reactant side. In among these, all these reactions, in which reaction carbon is present, you have to identify. Carbon is present in second equation, students. How many moles are there? 1 mole. reactant side only. Reactant side only we want. So reactant side only present. But how many moles are there? 1 mole only there. But we required 6 moles. So that's why equation number 2, whole equation. Equation number 2 I have multiplied with the 6. Equation number 2 I have multiplied with the 6 to get 6 moles of carbon. Next in this, hydrogen, how many moles are there? 3 moles are there. Hydrogen, the next reactant, in which of the following reactions hydrogen is present in third equation, right? How many moles are there? 1 mole only, reactant side only present as it is. So that's why I have taken positive sign, right? How many moles are there? 1 mole only now, but we require 3 moles. So that's why equation number 3 I have multiplied with the 3 again to get 3 moles of H2, students. And only these 2 are the reactants. And product is what? C6H6, right? So C6H6 present in which equation? Equation number 1. We need a product side, but here it is there in the reactant side, that 1 mole only, no problem. Then to get in product side, what to do? We have to take reverse sign. That means what? Inverse of this reaction. Inverse of this reaction means negative sign you have to use, students, right? Minus 1 equation, first equation, right? If you do like this, definitely you will get this equation. How it is, we will see that. I am multiplying second equation with the 6, right? Multiply the second equation with the 6. 6C plus 6O2 gives rise to 6CO2. Delta H formation this is. Delta H formation also we have to multiply it with the 6. What is the value of this? Minus 393.5 into 6 I have taken. Yes. In the similar manner, third equation we have to multiply with the 3. 3H2 plus 3 into 1 by 2, 3 by 2, O2 gives rise to 3H2O, right? So enthalpy of formation is how much? Minus 285.83 given. So into 3 we have to take, right? Next, minus 1 means reactants becomes products, products becomes reactants. What are the products here? 6CO2, 3H2O. You should write as a reactant here. 6CO2 plus 3H2O gives rise to C6H6 plus 15 by 2 O2. And enthalpy of combustion they have given minus 3267 kilojoule. So minus 1, so minus of minus this value you have to take. Or else you can write directly plus also. Okay, students, I hope everybody understood now till here. Now you can add all these 3 equations. Then what you will get? Reactant side and the product side. Any common term, any common substance is present, you can cancel it. Now you observe here, 6CO2 is there in the reactant side. Product side 6CO2 is there now. You can cancel this. This you can cancel. Yes. And 3H2O is there in the reactant side. Product side 3H2O is there now. So 3H2O cancelled. Yes. Next, here oxygen is there. Oxygen 6 moles is there in the first equation. Here 3 by 2 moles is present. 6 plus 3 by 2, students. 6 plus 3 by 2, how much it is? 2 is the LCM. 15 by 2, right? 15 by 2 O2 is there present in the reactant side. Product side also 15 by 2 O2 is present. So this combined you can cancel with the 15 by 2 O2, right? So H2O, CO2, H2O, CO2, O2 was cancelled, both product side and the reactant side. And remaining terms you can add as it is. 6C carbon, graphite, 3H2 gaseous state. Reactant side everything is over now. Yes, product side what is there? What left? You see that C6H6 only left. And enthalpy of formation also, according to this only you have to do it. So how to add enthalpy of formation also, we'll see that, students. You copy this. Let us see, students, calculation enthalpy of formation here. We didn't add here, there is no space, so that's why I have written here. You see that enthalpy of formation also, according to this only we have to add. That means what? For second equation we have second equation value we have multiplied with the 6. What is the value? Minus 393.5 into 6. Same thing I have taken. Next, what sign is there? Plus sign. Plus second equation, third equation value we have to multiply with the 3. That there here I have taken. You see that minus 285.83 into 3. Minus 285.83 into 3. And next sign is what? A negative sign of first equation value. First equation value is minus 3267. minus of minus this value. Then this you do each calculation, definitely you will get the answer this one, students. After calculating all these things, I have got 48.51 kilojoule per mole. This is the procedure we have. Important question, and if you practice one or two times, then definitely you will get you will easily catch the method. Not only this question, there is a chance to ask in any application also based on this only. So whatever that is, suppose ethanol only given, formation of ethanol means C2H5OH 1 mole. Carbon in the ethanol, what are the elements are there? Carbon, hydrogen, O2. Hydrogen elementary form H2 plus O2. You take gives rise to C2H5OH. According to that product, 1 mole of product, these reactants you can balance it. Okay, na? You can balance like that. You can identify what are the elements are there, how to frame the equation by using given data. That you have to identify. Definitely will get such type of numerical, students. Don't feel as a this is a difficult question. This is not at all difficult. It is easy only. Okay, na? I hope everybody understood. This you copy this one. Calculation. Let us see, students. The next topic we have enthalpy of atomization. In that word itself having a meaning. If you take any compound or molecule, you need to break all the bonds until it gets all atoms, right? So to that, how much amount of energy is required? That energy generally we call as what? Enthalpy of atomization. So that's why all enthalpy of atomization is always positive. It is endothermic phenomena, we can say that, students. So let us see now. You consider any one of the atomization of dihydrogen. Here I have taken into hydrogen atoms. That means what? 1 mole of H2 I have taken a HH bond. So to break this HH bond into 2 hydrogen atoms in the gaseous state, how much amount of energy is required? That energy generally we call as what? The enthalpy of atomization. So here hydrogen gaseous state I have taken. It should be converting into 2 hydrogen atoms while breaking off hydrogen covalent bond, right here. Yes, enthalpy of atomization, to break that bond, how much amount of energy is required? 435 kilojoule per mole amount of energy is required in case of dihydrogen, right? Since in these reactions hydrogen atoms are formed by breaking of what? The HH bonds in dihydrogen. Yes. What is the meaning of enthalpy of atomization? You see that the enthalpy change in breaking 1 mole of bonds completely into atoms in the gaseous state. Here the important term is gaseous state, right? Whatever the atoms we have got in the product side, that atoms should be in the gaseous state, right? That we have to keep in our mind. The enthalpy change in breaking 1 mole of bonds completely into atoms in the gaseous state is nothing but what? Enthalpy of atomization. Enthalpy of atomization we can represent it being delta H naught. What process is that? Atomization process. Atomization process symbol is what? A, small a. So in case of atomization, this is a atomization. Here also you better to take with a small letter only. A T. Atomization. Okay, na? Small letter I have taken. Yes. Now the product should be in the gaseous state. That we have to keep in our mind. Now you take any one of the molecule like dihydrogen only we have taken and we have discussed. See, in case of diatomic molecules like dihydrogen, the enthalpy of atomization is also called bond dissociation enthalpy here. What is the meaning of atomization first of all? The amount of energy required to break a particular bond into atoms, constituent atoms, is called what? Atomization. So conversion of molecules to atoms is nothing but atomization, right? So, but what is the meaning of bond dissociation enthalpy? Means the amount of energy is required to break a particular bond. To break a particular bond, it may be converting into atoms or it may be converting into simple molecules also. Whatever it may be, that is. Here it is not particularly we are telling it should be converting into atoms in case of bond dissociation enthalpy. That is not the criteria here. What is the meaning of bond dissociation enthalpy? The amount of energy is required to break a particular bond. A particular bond in the molecule. It may be converting into simple molecules also. Not only atoms. It may be converting into atoms also. Suppose if it is converting into atoms, then bond dissociation enthalpy is also like what? Enthalpy of atomization. That is the meaning here. So in case of diatomic molecule, you have taken any diatomic molecule you take. Suppose H2 only there. Here we are breaking one bond only, particular bond. The amount of energy is required to break a particular bond here. If you break this, it will be converting into atoms only. There is no chance to converting into simple molecules. Atoms only. So in such cases, enthalpy of atomization and bond dissociation enthalpy are same. The enthalpy of atomization is also called bond dissociation enthalpy in case of diatomic molecule. Suppose you take O2 molecule, O double bond O is present. O double bond O. You have to break compulsory two bonds here between two atoms. Whatever the bond is there, that bond we have to break, right? So in case of diatomic molecules, bond dissociation enthalpy is also called as what? Enthalpy of atomization, students, right? Now you take CH4. In CH4, converted into carbon and 4 hydrogen atoms, that too it should be in the gaseous state only. Then this process generally we call as what? Enthalpy of atomization. To convert CH4 molecule into its constituent atoms in the gaseous state, how much amount of energy is required? 1665 kilojoule per mole amount of energy is required, students. Now you take in this equation, sodium is present in solid state, and but the product atom only this is, but that product should be in which state? Gaseous state, right? See that the enthalpy change in breaking one mole of bonds completely into atoms in the gaseous state. Sodium is present in the solid state, not in gaseous state. If you want to convert in gaseous state, how much amount of energy is required? Means 108.4 kilojoule per mole amount of energy is required. The what sir? This is looking like a sublimation process. Solid is converting into gas. Yes. In this case, the enthalpy of atomization is same as the enthalpy of sublimation. Sublimation is nothing but what? The process in which the amount of energy is required to convert solid substance into gaseous substance directly. That we can call as what? Enthalpy of sublimation. Yes. In this case, enthalpy of sublimation, enthalpy of atomization is same, because solid will be converting into gaseous state. Correct or not? Yes. This is the meaning of what, students? Enthalpy of atomization we have discussed. Next we are going to discuss this bond dissociation enthalpy in detail. You copy this one. Let us see, students, the next topic we have, that is bond dissociation enthalpy and bond enthalpy. This bond dissociation enthalpy or bond enthalpy we can represent it with delta H naught bond. This process is bond enthalpy, so that's why delta H naught bond we have given the symbol. Yes. Now, if you observe the chemical reactions, in chemical reactions, the bond breaking and the bond making also takes place, right? Now you see that chemical reactions involve the breaking and making of chemical bonds. When a bond is formed between the atoms, energy is released. When a bond is formed between the atoms, energy is released. Obviously, the same amount of energy is required to make to break that bond, right? Whatever the bond is formed between the atoms, how much amount of energy is released, that you have identified. The same atoms already bond is formed, to break that bond, the same amount of energy is required. Okay, that everybody knows it. Now it is possible to relate the heat of reaction to changes in energy associated with the breaking and the making of chemical bonds. Yes, yes or no? That will be depending upon that heat of reaction to changes. See that it is possible to relate the heat of reaction, the delta H, and to changes in energy associated with mainly this breaking and making of chemical bonds only. This heat of reaction to changes in energy mainly depending upon what the breaking and making of chemical bonds only. It is mainly of two different terms generally we use in the thermodynamics. What are those means? One is bond dissociation enthalpy and the other one is mean bond enthalpy. When do we use the term bond dissociation enthalpy? When do we use the term mean bond enthalpy? We are going to discuss now. So first of all, what is the meaning of bond dissociation enthalpy? Let us see now. The amount of energy is required to break one mole of bonds of a particular type between the atoms in the gaseous state. Then only we call that is what? A bond dissociation enthalpy. Suppose I have taken H2 gaseous state. In H2, between hydrogen and hydrogen, one bond is present. To break this bond, how much amount of energy is required? That we have to identify. So that energy generally we call as what here? Bond dissociation enthalpy. Here atoms we have got. You may think about this is a enthalpy of atomization. No sir. Yes. In case of diatomic molecules, I told you very clearly that in case of diatomic molecules, bond dissociation enthalpy is also called as what? Enthalpy of atomization, students. Not in all the molecules. Bond dissociation enthalpy you can apply not only in diatomic molecules, you can also apply in polyatomic molecules. More than 2 atoms molecules also you can apply it. How do we apply? What are some more examples related to bond dissociation enthalpy? We will discuss. You copy this one. Let us see, students, some more examples. Already I have given to you enthalpy of bond dissociation enthalpy of hydrogen converted to 2 hydrogen atoms. In case of diatomic molecules, bond dissociation enthalpy is same as enthalpy of atomization, right? Delta H naught bond we have to represent, but in case of diatomic molecules, you can use HH or else O double bond O or N triple bond N. So in case of diatomic molecules, we can represent like this, but in case of polyatomic molecules, we cannot represent all the bonds. So because of that reason, we can represent with what? Delta H naught bond in case of polyatomic molecules. Not only in case of polyatomic molecules, in case of diatomic molecules also we can use this term. But it is very simple only. Instead of writing BOND, you can also write atoms also. Very clear information we have written. Right? So breaking of this bond, how much amount of energy is required? 435 kilojoule per mole amount of energy is required, students. So it is the same as the enthalpy of atomization of dihydrogen, because this is true for all diatomic molecules. Not only this, you take example Cl2. Cl I have used 242 kilojoule per mole amount of energy is required. How do we compare enthalpy of bond dissociation enthalpies? Means depending upon the size also. Size of the atom increases, then automatically we can break the bond easily. So bond dissociation enthalpy will get less. Depending upon the size of the atom, depending upon the number of multiple bonds between the atoms, then bond dissociation enthalpy will get its students, right? Here hydrogen size is very small, so that's why you have got very high enthalpy of bond dissociation enthalpy you got. Here chlorine size is a lot, that's why you got a lesser bond dissociation enthalpy, students. Now coming to oxygen size is also less only, but here multiple bond is present. O double bond O is present. To break 2 bonds, it is difficult, so that's why here 428 kilojoule per mole amount of energy is required. Even though it is lower value than this, because hydrogen is the smallest atom, everybody knows it, right? So in case of diatomic molecules, we can identify. Here I am not telling you, you have to read, you have to remember all the values, bond dissociation enthalpy, not required. They will give you in the numerical. If you want to remember only H2, Cl2 and O2 and N2 also, if it is there, then you can remember, or it's not required only. Let us see now in case of polyatomic molecules, bond dissociation enthalpy is different for different bonds within the same molecule. Suppose we have taken CH4 only. In CH4, carbon hydrogen bond length is in all the cases it is same only. Energy same only, hydrogen same only, right? Everything is same, but after breaking one bond, remaining part we are taking, then automatically size variation will come, energy variation will come, attractive power difference will come, right? So because of that reason, to break a particular bond, some amount of energy is required. After getting this CH3, from that any one of the bond we have to break. To break that bond, different energy we are getting. How it is and all, we will see that now. So let us consider a polyatomic molecule like methane, the overall thermochemical equation for its atomization. First I have given to you enthalpy of atomization of CH4. How do we identify bond dissociation enthalpy in case of polyatomic molecule like methane also we are going to discuss, students. This is what? Complete atomization. Molecule completely converting into what? Atoms, that too in the gaseous state. Then now we have got enthalpy of atomization 1665 kilojoule per mole amount of energy. How we are getting also, we are going to discuss now, students. You copy this. Let us see, students, in case of polyatomic molecules like CH4, the enthalpy, bond dissociation enthalpy and atomization is not at all same. How it is, we will see that. In CH4, all the 4 CH bonds are identical in bond length and energy. However, the energy is required to break the individual CH bonds in each successive step differ. In each successive step differ. How it will be differ, you see that. CH4, if you take, suppose if you want to break one bond, CH4 will be like this. So, bond dissociation enthalpy is nothing but what? The amount of energy is required to break a particular bond in the molecule, right? In the gaseous state. That too should be in the gaseous state. Suppose I want to break this bond, then remaining entities are what? CH3 gaseous state, H gaseous state. So that's why a change in enthalpy, that is what in bond dissociation enthalpy, delta H naught bond, this is the energy, right? This chemical environment and the CH3 chemical environment is not at all same. CH3 is different, CH4 is different. So that's why if you want to break the bond in CH3 molecule, this energy is not at all equal to this energy. It will be varied. So what is the energy means? 439. So that's why I told you very clearly that the energy is required to break individual CH bonds in each successive step differ like this, right? So CH2 chemical environment and CH3 chemical environment is not at all same. So because of that reason, CH2 gaseous state, if you want to break one bond, it will be converted into CH gas and the H gas. Here the bond dissociation enthalpy is plus 452, right? Here in the fourth step, bond dissociation enthalpy is plus 347 kilojoule per mole amount of energy. Here values are not required, just you have to identify in each successive step the bond dissociation enthalpies are different. That you have to identify very clearly. Suppose if you want to get enthalpy of atomization, now we have completed enthalpy of atomization, right? By adding all these 4 reactions, you will get this equation. This is the enthalpy of atomization reaction because this molecule completely converted to atoms, right? So if you add all these 4, CH3 will get cancelled, CH2 will get cancelled, CH will get cancelled. The left hand side only CH4 is left, right hand side along with carbon, how many hydrogens are left? 4 hydrogens are left. Enthalpy of atomization, these values also you can sum it. Definitely will get 1665 kilojoule per mole amount of energy. Okay, so okay, sir. Then which energy value we have to consider as bond dissociation enthalpy means? We should not consider any one of the value here. In such cases, we have to use mean bond enthalpy of CH bond. In such cases, we use mean bond enthalpy of CH bond. Mean bond enthalpy, how do we calculate? Delta H naught CH. You can sum all the values divided by 4. All the values if you sum, then you will get enthalpy of atomization only. That's why I have taken the formula enthalpy of atomization divided by 4. You need not to write enthalpy of atomization delta H naught A by 4. You can also sum it. Sometimes they will give you instead of individual CH bonds energy, enthalpy of atomization they will give in the numerical. How many bonds are there? Just you count it and divided by that value you can add. Then you will get this value, students. So this is the bond dissociation enthalpy of CH bond in CH4 molecule. Like this we have to calculate, students, in case of polyatomic molecules. Copy this one. Let us see, students, here suppose we have taken any chemical reaction that all the reactants and products, bond dissociation enthalpies, bond enthalpies if you know, then we can calculate the enthalpy of the reaction by using this relation. What is that means? Enthalpy of the reaction is equal to summation of bond enthalpies of reactants minus summation of bond enthalpies of products. That too, this relationship is only approximate and is valid when all the substances in the reaction are in a gaseous state. Then only we can use this relation. That we have to keep in our mind, students. And for example, how to calculate we will see by using one numerical. Some simple numerical I have given to you. That is formation of HBr from hydrogen and Br2. Here what are the bond enthalpies are required? H2HH, Br2 Br. In HBr bond dissociation enthalpies are required. That the bond enthalpies already they have given. You see that bond enthalpies values they have given. Enthalpy of the reaction they are asking. Question mark, right? Enthalpy of the reaction far by is this one. Summation of bond enthalpies of reactants minus summation of bond enthalpies of products. What are the bond enthalpies of reactants we have in the reaction? HH plus BR, right? Minus summation of bond enthalpies of products. Products are what? HBr. How many moles are there? 2 moles. 2 you take. Bond enthalpy of what? HBr you have to take, students. Now you substitute the values already given in the numerical. That values if you substitute, you will get the answer. So like this we can calculate enthalpy of the reaction if you know bond enthalpies of water, both all the gaseous substances, reactants as well as products. That to this method is valid only when all the substances in the reaction are in gaseous state. That is also, this method is only approximate method, students. I hope everybody understood about what a bond dissociation enthalpy and bond enthalpy. In the next topic we will see some of the numericals based on till now what we have discussed the topic, and as well as we will continue the topic, that is enthalpy of solution, students. Okay na? Thank you. Copy this one.